Alright, welcome back everyone. My name is Pratesh here with Kaizen Crypto, bringing you another video. So I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you so much for joining me here today. So in this video, we're going to be talking about Cardano's ITN and how it could become an independent cryptocurrency alongside Cardano, similar to that of Litecoin and Bitcoin. So to get things started, if you guys do find some value from this video here today, make sure you hit that like button for me. If you guys are new to the channel and if you enjoy content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Let me know any questions or comments that you have down in the comments section below. So what we're looking at here with this video recently, actually today, so on June 19th, the Cardano ITN rewards are going to end. This is the end of life for the Rust code ITN, as we have transitioned over to the public Haskell Shelley testnet. So I've got this article pulled up here for you guys. I wanted to briefly read some key points and I want to go ahead and talk about it. This video is going to be a discussion. I encourage you guys to leave your thoughts and your comments down below. I really want to go ahead and facilitate a meaningful conversation regarding this topic. So taking a look at some of the details here, it's saying that according to Charles Hoskinson in one of his more recent videos, the end of life for the Cardano ITN is today, June 19th. With the launch of the public Haskell Shelley testnet, the Shelley Incentivized Testnet has lost its purpose. Consequently, it is no longer necessary to reward the testers, both stake pool operators and ADA holders, with ADA. As a result, the ITN rewards will be discontinued. As with the Incentivized Testnet, this has not yet been conclusively clarified. So that's what we are going to be talking about today. Now, how will we determine whether or not we're going to continue with the ITN? So this is actually going to be the first instance that we can see of voting with the Cardano blockchain. Now, granted, it's not an on-chain governance model just yet. However, we have this tremendous community. So it's exciting just to see the power of these people who are able to bring forth their opinions and have meaningful conversations. Now, in order to reach a final decision on the continuation or termination of the ITN, IOHK will hold a vote. If 2/3 of the stake pool operators vote that the ITN should continue, including rewards, until July 30th, IOHK will reactivate the rewards within 2 to 3 days and present itself with a roadmap by the aforementioned date. Concretely, the ITN could become an experimental platform where new or already discarded concepts are examined. And Hoskinson explained in his video that we can use this as an experimental platform that we can use to explore a lot of concepts, potentially reintroduce Yella into the roadmap, or maybe draw up a new version of Polarcast, or do something really cool with oracles, or perhaps use it as a governance as a service platform to provide governance for wrapped assets that enter into the ecosystem. If the proposal is supported, the Cardano ITN could also have a value of its own, whereby Hoskinson used an analogy to Bitcoin and Litecoin. So he's saying that now when it quietly becomes adopted and used, then we can actually go for a Bitcoin Litecoin strategy, where Litecoin tends to be the testnet for Bitcoin and it has its own economic value. So if this happens, the ITN asset could also be listed on exchanges. Then Hoskinson would make sure that there is a hard fork of the ITN and that a roadmap is worked on until the end of July, which plans the development of the new Cardano ITN. However, the final decision will be up to the community. Hoskinson went on to say that the vote will be a two-stage process. So on the one hand, the number of stake pools that will continue to operate in the ITN will decide, and on the other hand, a direct vote will start in 4 to 5 days. So this is something that we should start having meaningful conversations about as a community. I think that if you are a stake pool operator running on the ITN, just by simply continuing to run your stake pool on the incentivized testnet, you're voting to continue with the rewards up until July 30th, at least until we see the hard fork for the Shelley mainnet. And until then, we will be able to conclusively decide what to do with the incentivized testnet. Now, I think with this coming into play here, this could potentially create a double-edged sword scenario for the Cardano blockchain. And what I mean by that is, let's say you have a second blockchain that you're using for testing purposes like we've talked about in this article. What does that do to the price of the native asset? So essentially the rewards that were earned throughout the entirety of the incentivized testnet were counted as real ADA that were taken from a pool, and that is going to be distributed once we see the hard fork take place, or very shortly after. I think it's going to be like the first week of August we'll see those rewards available for those who were participating in the incentivized testnet. So that's my question. It's going to be good to be able to test all these new features that we're going to bring to Cardano before we actually roll them out to mainnet. However, my concern is what will be the effect on the price and really like the overall usage of the native ADA token. I really do care about your guys' opinions and your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section below. And I've also wanted to share with you all some tweets from several stake pool operators, just to share with you guys some ideas as to what these stake pool operators are thinking about when it comes to continuing the incentivized testnet. So here I've got a tweet from myself talking about my thoughts regarding this. I was in a conversation with another stake pool operator and simply agreeing with them, saying that it was a great experience to be a part of the incentivized testnet, and that Kaizen stake pool will continue to operate so long as that we're able to mint slots. Very excited to experience what's going to happen when we see Shelly on mainnet, and I think if we continue to remain profitable for our delegators, we have every incentive to continue running on the ITN. Now, I've got somewhat of an opposing viewpoint for you here. This is actually a tweet from Umed Saidov. A lot of respect for this man here. He does tremendous development work. He's been paving the way for the Haskell pioneers throughout the Shelly testnet. So I really do admire his opinion. And he stated that he doesn't see the reason to spread the disbursement of ADA onto the ITN beyond the 29th. The ITN can exist on its own and have its own coin separate from Cardano. That way you don't have to conflate the value of the two chains. ITN should stand on its own or die. And I agree with that. I believe that if we are going to interfere with the tokenomics with ADA and on the main Cardano blockchain, we could have some problems there. So I agree with him. I think that the ITN should have its own native asset that's separate from the Cardano token. Another one I found very interesting was Theodore Chukwu. So he was actually involved in one of these conversations as well. So he said that the ITN should be shut down. If given a coin will make ADA weak and reduce the value of what would have otherwise been a powerful dominant cryptocurrency. He doesn't believe that we should continue running the ITN. So those are just some viewpoints that we're seeing from members of the community. I wanted to share with you guys both sides of the story here. Rick McCracken, Digi, shout out to you, Rick. I really do appreciate your thoughts and your inputs regarding this. Digi and Digi2 nodes will continue running on the Cardano ITN indefinitely. So regardless of whether or not we're going to see this continuation or not, if he's able to continue minting blocks, he's going to be running it. So that's great. I think that's awesome. And lastly, I wanted to share with you all here, so some more stake pool operators coming out and saying that they do agree in the continuation of running the ITN up until the 30th of July to continue producing ADA rewards. So those are some things that I'm looking at here. I really do want to hear from you guys. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments section below. Now, another concern that I have before I let you guys go is that Charles mentioned that he wanted this to be something that would be akin to Bitcoin and Litecoin. My concern with having a fork of the ITN, or let's say, we have the ITN having its own native token, I think that is going to draw value away from the native Cardano token. Bitcoin and Litecoin, it's a great kind of brother and sister relationship kind of thing. We see things that are implemented on Litecoin being tested and then rolled over onto Bitcoin. It's going to be interesting to see the value proposition that the native asset for the ITN brings comparative to that of ADA. So those are some things that I'm thinking about. Let me know what you guys think. I would really like to hear from you guys. If you did enjoy this video here today, don't forget to drop a like for me. And if you guys are new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button before you go. All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.